I'm Tyler.
I'm Shorty.
I'm Miles.
I'm Kara.
And we are the Inner Idiot.
The following podcast has strong language, violence, and other things you probably shouldn't let your children listen to. Please enjoy.
No. You got to restart it. I wasn't ready.
You asked me if I was ready.
He said start the show.
Well, there was no countdown, so drop what you're doing and swallow what you're chewing. It ain't wet from sweating. We ain't done yet, so lube up your ear holes or else we're coming in dry. Welcome to the Inner Idiot Podcast. I am your host, the big, the bald, the beautiful, the brash, the bumbling, and the oftentimes bastardly MC Tyler Havlin. And I talk slow, and I walk slower. That's just how I roll. So, let's go around the room like we do. Next up is the Lord that's never bored, the commander of the comic books. He ain't got a shirt off, and that's for me, ladies, not you. 2 claps and a Ric Flair for Lord Shorty Fresh in the flesh.
Woo! You said he ain't have his shirt off.
He ain't got a shirt on. I don't know
You said off.
What words and such?
Get that shirt back on.
Words and such in English. Don't tell him how to live
Shorty
his life.
404 error.
Oh, all right. Next up, he's a Jedi in the streets and a Sith in the sheets.
He's a peoples.
He's a peoples, but he's also a doctor. Because if you got a pap, he will smear it. He's been papping smears and slapping rears since, I don't know, that college gave him a degree. 2 claps and a Ric Flair for Dr. Miles Sham.
Woo! I like that you think I waited for my degree.
Well,
So, you sure you're doing this right? Shut up. I'm just opening a can of jelly.
All
I think
right.
it's supposed to be KY. Schmuckers will do.
You want grape or strawberry?
What?
Unscented? They didn't have that flavor.
What's the difference between jelly jam and preserves?
One has actual fruit chunks in it.
Yes.
That's preserves.
Yes.
So what's jam?
Just the fucking, I guess, solidified liquid.
Then what's jelly?
The preserves. It's the same fucking thing.
You sure jam and preserves aren't the same?
I'm 90% sure.
I think jelly is just like a synonymous word.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Damn. You got preserves. You got regular.
Regular jam. Next up, don't give her directions because she's going to get lost anyway. She might kill us today. She is the queen of mean. The Duchess is dangerous. 2 claps and Ric Flair for Miss Cara Banks.
Woo!
And she don't woo people. And we might get killed for
No!
All right, so it's spooky season. It is upon us. Shout out to that young couple if they're listening from Blink. They were good sports. And he is socks on during sex. Gave out some T-shirts at Blink this past weekend.
I feel like our HR representative kind of nailed it down. It's a solid no dice tie. I don't care how many write-ups you're avoiding right now, but she writes the rules. She's the fucking rules and regulations of this show right now.
Well,
and she said no. We heard it right from her.
That there was no socks on?
Yeah.
Well, she can't tell me how to live my life. She can only write it down. Doesn't mean
we here at the Inner Idiots support Kara in her decision to finalize that we will no longer.
I'm pretty sure I took a poll and socks on won.
What the hell is wrong with these people?
I'm here for the people.
Now, did you tell them just yes or no socks, or did you give them the correct type of socks to wear?
I think it was just socks on or off during sex.
There's only one okay form of socks to have.
I know. Josh from the Apple Boys is very adamant about team no socks though. But my boy Jake the Hater is team socks.
There's a reason why it's called Jake the Hater.
Well, we don't agree on much, but we agree on sex socks.
No, Just get out of here.
And let's just be clear that sex socks are any socks that you wear during sex. If they're on during hanky panky, they are sex socks. They're not clap cleats, but they're sex socks. Just saying. All right, you want to get on to our top 5? You look like you hate me today. I am catching the brunt of this, and it's okay. I will be your punching bag. So spooky season is still upon us. So today's top 5 is top 5 scary or spooky movies. Right? Right, gang?
Mm-hmm. That's what she said. No, that's what you said.
That's what I said, and she concurred.
Yeah.
Indubitably. So, Carrie, you're up.
Because this is her season.
The first one that I have is Mama.
Never even heard of that.
Is that Jennifer Lawrence?
No.
No? Who's in it?
I don't know.
I've heard of it.
I can tell you. It was a good one.
Was it?
Yeah.
Who
These
you
like
like,
two girls were like living in the woods and a ghost was taking care of them.
What?
Yeah.
So how did they breastfeed?
Shut up.
Do ghosts...
They were out of that age.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
So,
Like, if I just open my mouth, is a ghost going to stick their titty in it?
they're probably going to steal their
Well, why would the ghost do that? You know, she can't even send you a tit pic without you getting upset about it.
Yeah, but I can't see it.
How are you going to know it's in there?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
You ever see the video of the chick?
Sucking ghost. That's gonna be Ty. He's waiting for a ghost boom. He's just gonna get
Ghost wiener.
Dude, I'm telling you, if I die, I want to die with a heart on. Just because, you know, they say you come back as a ghost is the last thing you were. So, like, I want to be a ghost with a heart on just so I can, like, stick my dick out from, like, around the corner and all they see is ghost dick.
That was the one ghost they didn't let into Harry Potter. Hard-headed Harry.
Dude, everybody from Harry Potter is dying, and it's a damn tragedy. Hagrid died.
I know, I wrote about it.
Fucking, I'm sad, man. All right, continue. That was your... How many do you have today?
5.
Holy shit, she got 5.
It's spooky season, bro.
And then Evil Dead.
Which one? The
All of
original?
them.
All of them?
All of
Okay.
them.
That's the guy with the fucking axe or chainsaw for an arm, right?
wrong Evil Dead.
Oh, my
That's
bad.
Ash versus Evil Dead.
Oh!
He does.
I
Even
don't
in
know
the
what-
movie, he makes something out of his arm.
That's
That's the same movie as
Yeah.
Ash versus Evil Dead.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So what's Evil Dead about? Help me out.
That's where it started, though, was Evil Dead. And then Army of the Dead, right?
No,
Yes.
separate movies.
No. We're gonna Google this because I know I'm right.
What's Evil Dead about? Help me out.
It's just a guy that kills a bunch of people.
Does he? So he doesn't have a chainsaw to his arm, or
Not
nothing?
that I remember.
Okay.
I'm gonna look it up.
I haven't
'cause I'm
watched it
pretty
in
sure
a
I'm
few
right.
years.
There's multiple of them.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
like a
And it was
remake.
remade.
It's like a whole series.
Hmm.
And then Wrong Turn.
Yeah, wrong turn fucked me up.
I will never go driving on back roads by myself.
How they gonna do my fucking girl Elijah Dushku like that? Man, I'm telling you what.
What'd they do to her?
Well, I mean, I think she actually survived, but still, you can't terrorize that lady. I'll let her throw crunchy peanut butter at me. I don't care. She was like one of my first ever, like, head over heels crush. Elijah Dushku, she was, whew.
I don't know who that is.
Chef, what?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, I barely keep up with my.
She
hair.
was in the bank. All right, continue.
And then The Forest.
I've never heard of this one either.
I've never heard of this one.
It's about Suicide Forest and
Oh, I have seen part
The
of
one
it.
in Japan.
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be the one.
That's sad. I don't want to watch that one.
But
It doesn't depict it in that way. It's like when you go in there, you hear people talking and you hear voices and you see ghosts walking through the forest and then they try to kill you.
Oh, the ghosts and shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they make it less about that aspect and more of a supernatural turn on it.
Gotcha.
And then Hereditary.
this is the one you've been telling us about, right?
Yes.
This is the one she wants me and Miles to sit down and like cry, and she's gonna like fucking hold our hands and shit as we
Look,
freak the
I
fuck
told
out.
her I need a pillow and a blanket.
And someone to sing you Soft Kitty.
That's optional, but
Soft Kitty always works. I love Soft. Do
But
you
that's
know
the
the
one,
words?
right?
Huh?
That's the one, right?
Yeah.
That's the one you want me and Miles to watch.
Yeah.
Do you know the words to Soft Kitty?
Yeah, but I'm not going to sing it.
Yeah, I didn't think you would. I just wanted to know.
She might sing it off air.
I'll sing it. I don't give a fuck. I love Soft Kitty. The song. and the other part, but still. All right, Miles, you're up.
All right. I'm trying to decide which way. I think I'm gonna do this not by like how scary it is, but just like which one's fucked with me the most. So number one, this one's recent. It's The Manor. It's a new one my dad found, so I sat down and watched it with him. Old lady gets put in a nursing home. It turns out it's like controlled by witches.
Oh, cool. I'm here for it.
So it's got a couple good scares in there, like supernatural thriller. It's very good, but it like finally touched on the one thing I've been waiting to see in movies is where I don't want to go into like spoiler territory, so I'm just gonna leave it go.
Okay.
But it hit something I've wanted to see in like movies for a while.
So it's worth the watch. How old is it?
A couple of years tops.
I'll check it out.
Then we have Sinister. It's got all the little kids murdering parents and shit. I have kids. The Ring.
You know, that is actually considered to be one of the scariest movies ever made.
Yeah.
That is considered horror cinema gold.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that scary though.
I didn't either, but
A lot of
Sam
people
was
did.
really scared of it.
Yeah.
Looks scary. Well, also how the ending.
I don't remember the ending. It's been a while.
The only way to stop the fucking thing from killing you is just to make a copy of the tape and send it out in the world
So you're dooming somebody else.
to save yourself. Yes.
I'll be buying a VCR right now. Dual VCRs.
Next up is all of the Insidious movies.
The first one, I can see.
Toe through the window. That's right?
Yeah. I mean, the song doesn't bother me. The movie got me. All of them. Just traveling out of your body and like weird shit trying to take over. Put me in a coma and shit.
The song is creepy.
Dude's creepier.
Yeah. The Nun in it. But The Nun, the spin-off to that is supposed to be like one of the worst movies ever made.
It
I've
was
never seen
trash.
it. Is it? So much potential.
Yeah. Well, it's all those movies are part of like the Conjuring series. And then
Annabeth and all that shit.
all-
Whatever. Annabelle.
Annabelle.
Anna something. I don't know.
It's Annabelle.
Okay.
Because it's all about the Warrens.
All right.
Real people.
Who were the Warrens?
Like paranormal investigators who
Oh, okay. So
have the
And they
big spooky museum in their
Also,
home.
yeah, and there were also exorcists.
Yep. True people.
I'm gonna look them up.
You should. As they started releasing a lot more of their like more lock and key shit too, since their passings.
Hell yeah.
Some weird shit. And then finally is the Blair Witch Project.
Dude, that movie fucked with me so bad when it first
Yeah.
came out. And it was neat how they released it. Well, do you remember what year it was? It was like late 90s, right?
Not
Early
off,
2000s.
I believe so. Let's find out.
And they played it off like it was real so well. So like me as like a young teenager, I went to the movies to see it thinking what I was going to see was real.
1999.
Yeah. True. I've not seen the newest one. The Blair Witch 2, did you see that one? It was not a lost footage one, but it fucked with me. That one was hard to watch. All right, Shorty, you're up.
In no particular order, The Conjuring. That's when I found Spooky myself. Like, yeah, this shit's fucked up. Next up, one of my favorites is The Exorcist. I laugh every time I watch it.
That's also considered like, imagine if they would have had the budget that people have now and the technology, how much better that movie could have been.
Probably not.
You don't think so? You think it was?
Oh, no, the story was trash.
Yeah.
The story was trash. It's just fucking funny.
I mean, I know people who like legit can't watch that movie. I have a hard time watching possession movies.
I don't like demon movies and fucking shit like that. Like when it starts bringing in like actual like religion, demonic forces and shit like possession and whatnot.
Like
I don't.
Amityville horror.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Mainly because like I'm a man of some faith, so like that shit like to me is legit. Yeah, I'm not here for it. Like voodoo and shit. No, like no dice. I don't fuck with the witch doctor. All right.
Dude, voodoo's cool though.
It's. I mean,
I'm gonna need a
interesting.
witch doctor.
Nah, fuck that.
He's got to have a very heavy French Creole accent too. He or she, it doesn't matter. Any voodoo practitioner.
Solid no dice, homie. I'm not here for it.
So I'm gonna make my way down to New Orleans and go find me one.
I want to go to New Orleans and just do a haunted cemetery tour. Like, I'm willing to do a fucking weekend excursion. Just
I'm here
drive
for that.
down.
I'm here for that. A weekend trip to New Orleans?
Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
Like, maybe in 2 weeks when I got another 7 days straight off, I either want to go sit in the mountains in a cabin or I want to go to New Orleans.
Well, Ty, I wish you would have planned this a little bit ahead of time. 2 weeks is a little fucking late notice.
I'm just saying. I've got to
We can make some weird shit happen, but we need a little bit more than 2 weeks, especially this motherfucker.
All right. Anyways, go on with your next.
I only got 4, but next up is Saw. I love all those fucking movies.
I can't do the torture and mutilation.
No, dude, straight up gore fest. I'm fucking here for it.
I can't do the gore.
Yeah.
Shit makes me just sick to my stomach.
Yep, me too.
Shit makes me want to eat, dude. I fucking love that stuff. Bring the snacks and let's watch some hacks. I'm fucking here for it, dude.
I like it.
Dude. I
I
love
like
that
the
shit.
creative ideas behind like some
Oh,
of the
dude.
devices. Cool as shit.
Dude, the
Like,
first time I
can't-
watched it, I'm like, that's such a cool way to kill somebody. And like all my friends are like, what the fuck's wrong with you? That's scary. And I'm like, nah, it's badass. There's 2 of these motherfuckers? Hell yeah.
It'll make me gag.
Dude, I watched a fucking marathon of 1 year because like fucking my ex was like, oh, let's have a spooky movie. I'll pick a movie, then you pick a movie. So she picked Saw 1, I picked Saw 2. She goes, are we really going to do this? I'm like, go ahead, pick something. We watched something else. I picked Saw 3. And she was like, all right, we're done with movies for the day. I was like, but babe, there's fucking 4 more. This is
There
bullshit.
really?
There's a lot.
I think there's 8 of them actually.
And now there's Spiral
Who?
with Chris Rock. It's so weird seeing him like try to act serious. Spiral. Yeah. Look it up.
I will.
Look it up.
My number 1 and my favorite horror / spooky movie is hold on. Got to make sure the names are in the right order. Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I've never seen it.
No, it's a fantastic film.
I've heard great things about it.
You should watch it. You would fucking love it.
It's more comedy though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These
Poor-
fucking
poor
goddamn
guys.
teenagers are running out of the woods and killing themselves. Dude, shit's funnier than fuck. I'll give you the premise of the movie. It's about these 2 hillbillies that go fucking like up to their vacation home, their cabin. And on their way there, they stop to get like fucking, beer and who gives a shit, whatever. And they see a bunch of like college kids. Well, the one, he's real dumb as fuck. And he sees one girl, she's just beautiful, gorgeous girl. He's like, well, you should have gone over there and talked to her, You're a handsome fella, this, that, and the other. No, I can never talk to one of them city girls. No. Well, they go up there or whatever. Well, the kids are up there camping near them. Well, they're fishing or whatever. And the girl jumps in and fucking hits her head, gets unconscious or whatever. So they rescue her. And the whole movie, they're trying to give this girl back to the other college kids. But the college kids think they're fucking psycho hillbilly killers. It's fucking fantastic, dude.
Everything that can go wrong does.
Dude, it's such a fucking funny movie.
We'll use that as the follow-up to the spooky movie.
All right, here's my list.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
Number 5 is Snakes on a Plane. Because not only is there heights, there's goddamn snakes on a fucking plane. Who does that?
Are you gonna go 5 for 5 on snake movies?
I thought about it. I really thought about putting Anaconda on the list too. I'm like, you know what? Let's not completely butcher
Man, what's
the
that
list.
one song with the fucking big butts and shit? You know what I'm talking about?
Nicki Minaj, Anaconda.
Yeah, you okay with that You okay with that song? Like, my anaconda don't. Like, you okay with that? They say anaconda a lot.
I'm okay with Nicki Minaj. Dude, that woman.
But they
like,
talk a lot about snakes.
I know, but for her, dude, that woman's got the prettiest smile I have ever seen.
Does she?
Oh yeah.
I don't recall her face.
It's hard to recall her face with the rest of her, but she's
Is it ugly?
No.
Just kidding.
But God, her smile, aces. All right, Jake Medosak says Snakes on a Train is better. There's a Snakes on a Train? Look, don't ruin trains for me, man. All right, next up is Lady in White. It came out in like 1988. And I can't even remember exactly what it's about, but I remember this kid getting locked in a closet for a prank. Like, they're picking on this kid. They lock him in the closet, and there's literally this lady in white. And, like, I had reoccurring nightmares about this woman for years as a child. It really freaked me out. Number 3 is Hellraiser. Now, I've never actually watched them because I've started to watch them, and then there's a new one out, so that kind of like brought it to the forefront of my mind. But something about Pinhead is really scary.
Those movies, in my opinion, sucked.
They might, but I can't watch them because there's torture, and it's scary. And
It's
Pinhead,
the gore shit all over it. You can't do it.
Pinhead is just a scary looking dude. And then you got like sexy Pinheads, which is even worse. Like, you're gonna come at me in like a 2-piece bikini with needles sticking out of your head? That's fucking weird. And be like,
That's hot.
hey man, different folks, different strokes. Number 2 is Space Jam 2. Because let me tell you what, LeBron acting is scary as shit. It was absolutely...
Stand that motherfucker.
It was so bad.
But they did the Lolly Bunny as a fucking horror show, too.
You know, I think that was the biggest crime.
Yeah. Dude, that movie, like, ruined
The fucking
franchise.
outrage for that.
Dude, it was so bad. I knew somebody...
Not about LeBron James, but fucking Lola Bunny. Dude,
Like,
everybody was
they're like,
pissed.
we had this. You made her flat. You gave her boy shorts. How is she supposed to play basketball? And that, I mean, that was on the extreme stupid end, but...
Dude, shit was funny as fuck. Everybody realized at that moment when everybody started bitching about Lola Bunny's changes or whatever, they're like, fuck, man, I might be part furry.
Look, man, not even Batman and Superman could save that movie. It was so bad. I really thought seeing them in it would make it like, okay, well, at least I get to see some DC heroes in it. But no, them being in it didn't even help.
They were in it?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't see the film. I didn't care about it.
Don't waste your time.
Okay.
All right, number 1 is Sinister. So I started watching this movie with my ex-wife years ago. She's like, you got to watch this. I started watching it. And I think it was at some point that, like, something came out of a box. And, like, just the tone of the movie was like, I can't watch this. Like, I'm done. I can't do it. Because this shit could actually happen. And then the face on the... Nope. Sinister. Couldn't even finish it. I'm going to try and finish it this year, though. I am. I'm going to try and watch it.
Got less than 2 months, homie. Or 3. Sorry.
Add it to the list. October, November, December. Yeah, the rest of this month.
Yeah. I do have an honorable mention, and it is a movie that freaked me the fuck out, and it is Event Horizon. Have you seen it? I feel like you've never seen Event Horizon. What about you?
Sounds familiar, but I can't.
No? All right, so it's got Lawrence Fishburne in it, and the main archaeologist from the first Jurassic Park. So these people go up in space to find this ship that's lost.
Yep.
And it's just weird shit happens. And there's something about a sex cult, and that really fucked me up. Like, yeah, so that movie was definitely my honorable
You keep
mention.
saying Lawrence Fishburne. You just got to hit me with like Cowboy Curtis.
Cowboy Curtis?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was him from Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Oh, yeah. Could you imagine being Lawrence Fishburne and that's what you're fucking known for?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's more known for being Morpheus now.
Look at Pee Wee Herman, bro. He'll never escape
Paul
that.
Rubin?
Yeah, that guy.
I just think about him jacking off in a fucking movie theater.
Wasn't it an adult movie theater,
Yeah,
too?
it was an adult. Like, it wasn't
Why do you get fucking in trouble for that shit?
Because you're still not allowed to jerk off in that motherfucker.
Why? It's an adult movie.
I know, it seems counterproductive, but...
They have
I'm gonna go home and think about this later. That's dumb as fuck.
I think you're just supposed to store it in your spank bank and take it with you. You get
pay
to go
good
back.
money to be there.
I'm paying $10 to see a Spank movie. I'm a Spank.
How much do you think tickets to a spank movie are?
I don't know. We have Google.
He's gonna Google it up. All right, so that's our what's our timestamp right now?
23.
23.
All right, we're gonna wrap up the first segment. If you want to catch the rest of it, we are continuing with our favorite murderers, whatever, whatnot. And it's my turn today, fellas. So you'll be able to hear this not this Thursday, but next Thursday. So tune in to Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, wherever your ear holes consume our luscious voices.
Make sure you clear your history and run like your fucking AVG or whatever.
Yeah. Go ahead, hit the button. This first segment has finitoed.
We're spanking into the movies, gang.
Yeah! Whip out!
Hey, Ty, if you wanted to make a podcast, how would you do it?
Spotify Podcasters app, of course. Or hell, even the website.
Do they have any way you can edit audio and help with organizing your episodes?
All that and more. You can reach out to listeners and have feedback with their Q&A feature, and it distributes it to all other major places you listen to podcasts.
I just looked, and they got a video podcast set up and editing tools here, too.
So all you got to do is sign up at SpotifyForPodcasters.com or get the app, and you're done.
Damn, it's just that easy.
And we're back, and we're just going to keep Spooky Month rolling with the killers and such. So I have a question, not for you, Kara, because you were not born in 1994, but Shorty, do you remember what you were doing in 1994? Probably not.
Probably eating Cheerios and shitting my pants.
That sounds like last
3-year-old.
week for me. Anyways, Miles, you remember what you were doing in 1994?
Moving down here.
Really? That's when you moved to the good old tri-state?
Yeah, roughly.
I was in 5th grade in 1994. And I was reading R.L. Stein's Goosebumps. Good books. Good. That's actually what got me into reading, was the Goosebumps.
Couldn't do Goosebumps. Scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Really?
Could not do it.
There was a couple scary ones on there, but I think most of the time they were just goofy. Well, this guy in 1994 was doing something completely different. All right?
He wasn't reading?
He might have been. The writing was on the wall. All right, so some backstory. Walter and Becky Shrout were college sweethearts who met as students at Georgetown College, after which they married and started a life together. They had their firstborn, Clay, in their mid-20s, followed by 2 daughters, Kristen and Lauren. The family was church-going and had an affluent life in their 2-story home in Florence, Kentucky. On May 23rd, 1994, Walter and Becky attended Lauren's school concert, but it was the last time anyone saw them alive. Now, could you imagine one of the last things you did in life is went and watched your kid's shitty-ass concert? 'Cause look, there's no good concerts when they're in school. Right? Like, I can think of a lot of things that would drive me to kill somebody. That's probably one of them, having to sit through too many kids' goddamn concerts.
Ev, don't try to play piano, honey.
Yes, please don't. Should just be jumping on that motherfucker. But let me start before I go further into this, because it does get brought up. There's one thing that we take seriously on this show, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mental health.
Uh-huh.
So check on the ones you love, people, or they might kill you. All right.
Watch, it's gonna be the fucking 6-year-old fucking piano recital. You didn't like my performance. You left halfway through my set.
No, but seriously, like, this was close to home. I mean,
Yeah, Florence.
if you guys have never heard of this, really, all
I
right.
was a child.
when we brought
There's
up,
also a lot of details missing from this.
when well, the name should have gave it away and the area, but that's all right. When you first brought this topic up, this is what first popped in my head, like, because this is gruesome. All right. On the morning of May 26th, 1994, just 3 days after this concert, okay, 3 days after we had to listen to this shitty-ass music, these poor parents had already suffered enough, okay? But on May 26, 1994, the local police received a sudden call from Ryle High School in Union, Kentucky. And when they searched the Shrout residence, they found Walter, Becky, Kristen, and Lauren lying dead. They had all been shot dead and were lying on or near their beds. At the time, Walter and Becky were 43 and 44 respectively, while Kristen was 14 and Lauren was 12. Moreover, 17-year-old Clay was in school when the bodies were discovered. Right?
Okay.
So, here we are, May 23rd, you're listening to a 12-year-old's concert. So you know it was bad. I really hope they didn't make their son go. Because if so, this is all on them. Alright? Who killed Walter and Becky Shrout? Do you got a guess?
The son.
You got a guess?
Probably gonna say the son.
You got a guess?
The son?
The son.
Have you heard this story, Kara?
No.
Okay.
Clay Shrout walked into his trigonometry class in school on the morning of May 26, 1994, reportedly accompanying Daniel Bush, whom he had taken to prom. Danielle Bush, not Daniel. E and 2L, you know, words and such. Prom just a few weeks ago. He then told the teacher that some student was carrying a gun, proceeding to pull out a .380 caliber pistol and showing it to him and the class of 22 students. Though it was a small gun, everyone was petrified nonetheless, and then Clay shockingly confessed that he was having an extremely bad day and had killed his family with the same gun around 5 a.m. that morning.
Oh, wow. He admitted it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, guys, I'm kind of having a bad day here. I off my parents and my sisters. That fucking recital was awful, people. Like, you just announced that to the whole class.
Wow. I don't think the recital might have done it.
You don't think it had anything to do with it?
No.
Just saying, maybe if Lauren was a better singer or played the flute a little better,
No, that's
things could have
a
turned
lot
out.
more deep-seated than a kid's recital.
I don't know. We'll find out, though. Or we won't. I don't know. As Clay held the student class at gunpoint, a student cleverly managed to relay the message to Assistant Principal Stephen Sorrell. The latter immediately called and alerted the police and walked down to the classroom, where he convinced the 17-year-old to let him trade places with the rest of the 24 hostages. That is a good vice principal.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right. Where was I? Luckily, the teenager easily handed over his gun to Stephen, and as soon as the police arrived, he surrendered. While Clay was arrested and put under suicide watch, the police found his family's bodies in their home, as he had admitted. Now, I've actually looked up, like, pictures of the home. I think it's for sale right now. It's a nice house. Would you live in a house where a whole family was slaughtered?
I mean, for the right price.
Yeah. Would you?
Yeah.
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 Dude, spooky shit doesn't deter me. Oh, this house is going for fucking $45,000. 4-bedroom, 3-bath, fucking 2-car garage. What's the problem with it? A whole family was murdered. Dope. Indoor plumbing, right?
There's two types of people who look at it. You have normal people who are like, it's a house. Unfortunate what happened, but people die in houses all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Then you have type 2 people who are like, nope, can't do it. Got ghosts. Or bad energy, or whatever else you want to call it. Just because it has the violent act in it.
Do you think those people that feel like it brings the bad energy is what actually brings the bad energy? Is those people?
Yeah, you manifest what you put out.
That's what I think. It's like attract likes.
I've been told I've been haunted before. Me, not the house.
Yeah, we've spoke about that.
Yeah. I'm haunted.
All right, so now we're gonna figure out. We're gonna figure out if it was this concert. What do you think?
It wasn't the concert.
You don't think it was a
I'm
concert?
100% positive it wasn't the concert.
You think it was a concert?
No.
All right. Soon, testimonies from the teenager's classmates and teachers helped the authorities discover why he had chosen to murder his parents and sisters. Clay had claimed that he sat through a horrific concert on
You're
May
fucking
20th.
with me. You're a fucking goddamn liar.
Yeah, it doesn't say that. It actually says Clay's peers stated that he had been struggling with depression for quite a while and allegedly made pipe bombs at home. As per his classmates, he was also upset after his girlfriend rejected him and started using drugs a year ago, which got him into trouble with his parents. Not just that Clay had brought a stun gun to school the last week, and though he did not harm anyone, it got confiscated by the teachers. So, who was his girlfriend? And why? What?
Danielle?
No, because he took Danielle to the prom. So poor Danielle's just like, well, what about me, dude? You know what I'm saying? What about me?
So I'm going to take a wild guess and say it probably stemmed from the drug use and being rejected from his girlfriend.
I mean, that could be a part of it. Definitely.
Because it says his girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
So they were a couple at some point.
So maybe it was Danielle.
I don't even know if it was her or not, but you said he had a girlfriend that
Yeah.
past year that left him.
And was doing drugs and shit. So if it
Yeah.
was Danielle, poor
So-
Danielle was just leading this dude on.
Quit saying that.
Or she was trying to help him recover.
Oh, she was on drugs.
We don't know that because you like you just said, that's the girl he took to prom.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the same girl from a year ago hooked on drugs. But having someone leave you for drugs, that can fuck with your headspace.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The whole "am I not good enough" type thing.
Well, you're not good enough. They're hooked on drugs. You're watching them destroy themselves. There's got to be some sliver in anyone's mind, like, well, could I have done something different? Could I have been better?
Yeah.
Is this my fault?
Mm-hmm. Here's what I don't get, and maybe it'll come to light in the rest of this. But you brought a stun gun to school. This is serious now. Mm-hmm. I'm not making a joke this time. You made pipe bombs. You brought a stun gun to school. You got caught during all this shit. But like, you're not on any kind of watch at this point. I mean, I get it. The year was 1994. Things were a little different, but I got kicked out of school in 1995 for hanging a kid by his fucking ankles over a balcony as a joke. Like, this dude brings a stun gun and pipe bombs, and like, he's still in school.
Man, they just said he made the pipe bombs. He didn't bring them to school. He had
Stun
a stun
gun was
gun
brought
in
to
school.
The stun gun could be arguably self-defense. You hanging a child upside down from their fucking feet off of a balcony could lead to actual death.
It wasn't that high.
He still would have landed on his head.
It was carpeted.
In all seriousness, do you know that every rule in the OSHA handbook is there because somebody died doing that said action?
Really?
Yes.
Every one of them?
Every single rule.
Huh.
Now, on that note, do you know there's a reason why you have to wear a harness when on a lift or platform 4 or more feet higher?
Because somebody died.
Somebody died falling off of a platform 4 feet off the ground.
I broke my tibia jumping off of something 4 foot tall. That was a motherfucker. And I was a child.
Exactly right. That's what I'm saying. You held a child upside down off of
This
a balcony.
isn't about me. This is about Clay.
What I'm saying is you're a monster.
I am not a monster. All right, are we ready to hear more about Clay?
Yeah, let's hear more about
All
that.
right. This resulted in Walter and Becky heavily reprimanding their son and forbidding him from driving his pickup truck while the school assigned him 50 hours of community service.
Oh, shit.
Clay's peers shared that he seemingly grew tired of being constantly blamed and feeling depressed. And his friend Richard Brown confessed that the troubled teen had first called him after killing his family. The 17-year-old had a heavy argument with his father on May 24th, 1994, which resulted in him waking up the next morning to kill his parents. Clay took Walter's gun out of his car and shot his parents in their bedroom. The noise woke up his sisters. Clay shot Kristen and Lauren in the hallway as he feared that the former would call the police. And when he noticed Walter had survived and was crawling out of the bedroom, he allegedly shot him a second time. He then called Richard before leaving for school, where he was finally arrested. In custody, Clay stated that he killed Lauren because she would have had a miserable life without their parents. Also, he reportedly had a stun gun, a sword, knives, nunchucks, and a BB gun in his possession, but never used them for any harm.
I'm stuck on the nunchucks.
The nunchucks is what got you?
Yeah.
Fucking nerd.
No, it's not even that. I'm just like, of like the list of like deadly weapons you've given off. Homie has bombs and stun guns and bladed weapons. Nunchucks.
Nunchucks and a BB gun. You put your eye out. All right. A Christmas story, you know?
I've been shot with a BB gun. It hurts.
It does, but it's not really going to kill you. I mean, it could, but... All right, and again, we heard depression in there a lot. So, again, check on the people you love, the people around you. If not for them, just so you don't get fucking offed by some nunchucks, okay? Look, you got to appeal to people's selfish side as well, shorty. Don't look at me like that.
What, some homies gonna go around fucking killing motherfuckers with a nunchuck?
I don't know. You never know. People have done weirder shit. I once seen my daughter kill a man with a half-eaten Pop-Tart, a naked Barbie doll, and 3 Pokemon cards just to watch him bleed, okay?
I don't believe any of that's true.
I'm sure it's not, but it'll happen one day.
I'm sure it's not, but it will happen. Jesus.
All right, Clay Shrout pled guilty by reason of insanity to the murders of his parents and sisters, as the judge declared him mentally ill. As part of his plea deal, the charges against him for holding the class hostage were waived, and in 1995, he was sentenced to life in prison. He applied for parole in 2019, claiming to the board that his mother had allegedly abused him sexually during childhood and that his father was aware of it. Furthermore, he expressed his remorse over his actions and shared his struggle with mental health issues from a young age. So, do you guys think he was denied or approved parole?
Man, that's a tough one.
What do you think, Kara, while Shorty's chewing on this?
I think he was denied.
Denied?
I think he got approved.
You think he got approved? What do you think, Shorty?
He said when he first got arrested in 1995, he stated that he killed his sister because he thought that she would live a miserable life. Is that correct?
Yes.
So he said that in 1995?
94,
Whatever.
but he didn't get sentenced till 95.
Sure. I think he got it.
Think he got it?
Yeah.
The board denied Clay parole due to the seriousness of the crime, the weapon, as well as drug and alcohol abuse. He was ordered to seek mental health and anger management counseling before his next parole. Now, shouldn't he have been shouldn't they have ordered him to get the mental health and anger management well before 2019?
They don't give a fuck about that. You're in life in prison.
Yeah. One, you're in there for life. They're expecting you to act up, and two, they don't really force treatment on anybody anyway.
They don't give a shit.
All right,
So I think it's less about giving a shit and just like
using the
Well,
resources
no,
elsewhere.
there's no point in it. If you get sentenced to life in prison, no parole, they don't give a shit. They're like, all right, cool. We're literally here to fucking feed you and keep you away from society.
Life in prison doesn't mean you're in prison for the rest of your life, though. Life in prison is what, 32 years? Something like that? That's a life sentence. It might be longer now. I could be wrong, but a life sentence is not until you die. I swear to you, a life sentence is not until you die.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Also, to be clear, Evil Dead, the chainsaw was present, and Army of Darkness is when it got put onto his hand, the sequel. All right, his next parole hearing in May 2029. Clay is currently incarcerated at the Kentucky State Penitentiary in Eddyville, Kentucky. And that is what I have for you today. Could you imagine this happening down the street from you?
Something like that did happen down the street from me.
Did it?
Yeah.
What happened?
This husband killed like his whole family
With a sword?
with a gun.
Oh, because in Erlanger this year, some dude went on a rampage and killed a couple motherfuckers with a sword. And a couple years ago, I knew a lawyer who killed his wife and her boyfriend with a motherfucking sword. So look, medieval crimes are up, people.
medieval crimes is like stealing a pig and
Medieval
spreading
murders.
leprosy.
All right, Shorty, what are you finding here? All you have to do is Google how long is a life sentence, because that's why people get multiple life sentences.
55 years.
55 years. So if he was 17, so if he got a life sentence, that's only going to take him till he's 72. Which ideally, I mean, he's probably still going to be alive as long as he ain't fucking pissing off the wrong people in prison.
Well, I think your environment has an impact on that too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, prison, though. I mean, it's prison in Kentucky. It can't be that bad. I mean, it's nothing I want to go to.
I mean, cement rooms, bunk beds, shitty food.
Yeah, shitty food. I bet that's horrible.
That shit will just weigh on you and just drain you. It's like look at all the people who've been president. Like, you look at the toll.
The way they age in 4 to 8 years, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but granted, most of these people are longer in the tooth when they get elected.
What?
Long in the
Never
tooth?
heard that?
Never heard that phrase.
It just
Yeah.
means you're older.
Yeah. I thought for sure you would know that one.
Yeah, that seems like a shorty statement right there to me.
Am I known for odd euphemisms?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
I wouldn't even call that one odd. That one just sounds, I don't know. That one just.
I like how
sounds
Carrie's
shorty.
just like, yeah. You say a lot of weird shit.
It would fit.
What else do I say that's weird?
I don't know. Now we're on the spot.
I don't think it's as much as weird as you just have sayings.
Yeah.
Like, peace out, Girl Scout?
Yeah. No dice, homie.
No dice, homie?
All right. Well, that's what I got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Clay Shroud.
I mean, it was educational.
Yes.
It's very educational. I had no idea that happened here, like, fucking right down the road.
Yep.
That's bananas.
BANANAS.
I need Denny or Trevor. They know how to spell bananas.
Well, I don't have a closing for today. Isn't that horrible?
I got one.
Do you?
In the meantime.
In the betweens time.
Peace out, Girl Scouts. Fuck! God damn it again!